Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I am a transgender woman, and I talk about all things horror. And today I'm talking about The Conjuring 2. Now, after the massive success of The Conjuring, the film spawned a massive franchise. Multiple Conjurings, multiple spin-offs, sequels, everything else. Um, so The Conjuring 2 um, isn't really connected necessarily to the first Conjuring, at least not necessarily the way you're thinking. It's a totally different family. This time they're in England. It's a totally different story. Um, but it does involve the Warrens, again, investigating a haunting. Um, Now, I will say that this one is just as scary as the first one. Absolutely. Um, you've got the creepy old man, and then you got the nun, and you got a bunch of wicked stuff going on, and it's very intense. um this movie also, like the first one, nearly gave me a panic attack while I was watching it. So definitely one of the scariest movies I have ever seen. um and it does do a lot of cheap scares, so you do get some jump scares and things of that sort. uh but they're actually pretty effective. Um, Now, the the family in this one, I think I would, from what I remember, I I think in some ways they're not as fleshed out as the family was in the first movie. It sort of just like jumps right in to the scares, and then also we get some throwaway lines referencing Amityville. Um, the Amityville horror. The Warrens were involved in that investigation. But really, the story mostly, again, it's another haunting. Only this time, like I said, it takes place in England, and this time it's not about a devil worshiper who sacrificed herself, I guess. But this time I guess it's a man. If I remember correctly, he died in the house, and his spirit stayed behind. Now I don't remember. I know the nun from the movies. The nun makes an appearance in this movie, but I don't remember the connection. Now I haven't seen the nun movies yet, but those are coming. I just listen. These movies are scary, so I have to space them out and watch them. You know, I can't just sit and binge these movies because I will probably go crazy or end up having a panic attack and end up in the hospital because these are fucking scary ass movies. So, I gotta space them out. But The Conjuring 2 is also, like the first one, a really good movie, and it is definitely a buy. Again, I try not to spoil the movies unless I can't help it. It just depends on the movie I'm talking about. Um, but this one, Um, I I don't know if I would say it's as scary. It's not scarier than the first one. I want to clarify, but I do think it's as scary as the first one. But it did take me 2 days to watch the first one, and I sat through this one in one shot. So maybe not like, if the first one's a 10 on the scary scale, this one's like a 9.75. So it's like it's still up there. You know what I mean? But I still recommend this movie. It's still a good movie. But I got more Conjuring verse movies to come, so stay cool.